Be nice when it's fucking all done.
I know.
Over and done with.
I know.
Been a long time.
I actually miss like so much coming in at 6 o'clock. Everybody just getting off work or whatever, coming in at 6, talking shit to each other.
Being tired, going home, be like, fuck, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Long day. There's not much to do nowadays.
Like now
you work and you go home and is.
Yeah, exactly. But I miss that so much. Like I'm almost ready to just do it. Like just start training, but then I don't want to do anything too much and then have no fights for a year. So
yeah,
I'm just kind of coasting. And
I feel you.
Yeah.
I've been chilling more so, not really working out as much as I should be, but
yeah,
there's still stuff you can do, run, stuff like that, but
yeah, you haven't got a haircut. You haven't got a haircut in a while.
Barbers ain't open yet.
Barbers ain't open. Can't wait for that moment.
Ty Cuts gonna be opening soon.
Oh yeah.
Book your appointments, Ty Cuts. Let's go.
Be full quick.
The meanest mullet in town by Ty Cuts.
Oh, funny, I remember that. That was a sick mullet.
It'll be back.
I know, I can't wait.
Probably bigger and stronger than it was before. It's coming back with vengeance this time.
Power's all in the hair.
It's where it is.
But that being said, boxing they just had their first real professional Top Rank had their first
Top Rank in Vegas. Yeah, they had their card with Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah.
I think was headlining it.
Yeah, and who's the guy he fought?
To be honest,
I didn't get to watch the whole card, but I seen.
I watched highlights too.
Yeah.
UFC the weekend before that did a card too with no audience. That was pretty cool. That guy Cody, I'm not sure his last name.
Garbrandt.
Yeah, that guy. Call him No Love.
Yeah,
he had a nice knockout.
Yeah,
very nice.
He's got good hands.
Yeah,
good hands.
He had a couple bad losses, but he's fought good guys, right? So he hasn't fought bums.
You know what?
He's very entertaining. That guy.
He's very quick hands, but he's got his chin. That's
his defense is weak. Yeah, he's getting caught in the middle of combinations. Is his problem. Yeah,
I think he looked pretty good with his head movement.
He was moving a lot that last fight. I watched all the highlights of that. I've always liked that guy. He's just positive, always happy.
Yeah,
good to watch, entertaining. So
yeah, like guys like that. I heard they're talking about the NFL coming back or something soon in July or August or whatever. Just talks, maybe just going right into the playoffs and no audience probably, or maybe limited.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a few things. I haven't been following it too much, but even the NBA is talking about starting back up. But all the players are saying, like LeBron James stuff, saying they do it for the fans.
Yeah,
he does it for the fans. Why is he going to play with no fans there? That's the main thing.
Yeah.
But how would you feel if they were to put on a boxing card, Hamilton or something like that with no fans? Would you feel the same, or it would be a little different? Yeah.
I think the hardest part for me would be the guys that have been there every fight.
Yeah.
The
number one fans.
Like my really good friends.
The people sitting ringside.
My family, those type of people, without them would feel weird. I know I've even traveled to Winnipeg and fought, and it felt a little weird. There was still an audience there, but it felt weird that those guys weren't there.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact they were watching it, but it was just they couldn't be there. Now it's nobody's there, so anyone that could kind of help replace the main people that couldn't be at the fights when I was away, the fans still being there. Now there's gonna be no fans.
It does make a big difference.
It does, man. It'd be like glorified sparring.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you get a winner and a loser, but there's nobody there to cheer you on.
Nobody to walk out after the fight and see. You know what I mean? Go and see those people. It's different,
man. It'd be extremely weird. I would do it.
Yeah.
If they told me you get your medicals, don't worry about the testing, everything done, the COVID test, whatever you got to do, and then you can fight on this date. I'd try and get an opponent, obviously, from Canada,
Yeah.
and I'd do it 100%.
Do you have anybody in your weight class or anybody kind of you got your eyes on if they were to ask you to fight a Canadian?
Oh, honestly, anyone
Anybody
in
in
my
mind?
weight class, I'd fight them all.
Anybody, yeah.
Kane Huron, if I went back down, I think he's 147, but if he was 154, I'd fight him. I don't know, Devin Reddy, I'll fight him. I think he's 54 now. Cody Crawley, I'll fight him.
Few guys.
Few guys, yeah. Like, just off the top of my head, any one of those guys, even top guys, I don't
Yeah. You just want to be number one in your weight class, right?
Yeah.
So you got to do what you got to do.
You got to do what you got to do. And I think I'm moving up for sure. Before this, it was like I was going to move up but kind of bounce back down.
Between 154 and 147?
But now it's like it would take a lot for me to get to 147.
Yeah.
I think I'm like 170 right
It's
now.
tough. It's tough right now.
I think I'm like 170, yeah. So what do you weigh?
Yeah, I don't know. The other day I was maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. My mom's like, "Oh, the batteries are gone in the scale. The scale's not working." I said, "Don't worry about it." And I just walked away because I haven't really stepped on a scale. I don't want to, but
No.
it's just one of those things.
No, yeah.
I know I'm heavy. I know I'm pretty heavy for fighting. I'm like way off my weight class, but I don't know. I had a good fight back a few months ago, and I was looking forward to May 9th. I was supposed to fight my first 8-round fight, so I was trying to stay in shape, because I just fought a 6-round fight, so trying to stay in shape for the 8-round fight.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like, gyms aren't open. You can't spar. Sparring's the number one thing. That's gonna get you in shape. You could run as much as you want. If you're not sparring, it's big. It's big.
It's very big. Yeah, that's gonna be the hardest part is getting out of the regulations that they put for your training. No sparring here. No, like a lot of the top-notch fighters too, from like down in Vegas, will bring guys in from Canada or Europe.
Or vice versa. Canadians will bring in Americans, stuff like that, yeah.
And it goes like that. But now that is probably going to be shut down. Hopefully the borders open soon. Then once the borders open, I can see everything kind of starting to really unwind.
I think it will kind of just push over pretty quickly. I don't know.
I haven't really been.
I don't personally know anybody who got COVID-19, so I don't know. It's a little fishy to me, the whole thing.
Yeah,
so
you think
like that's just me. That's just my personal thoughts. I think it's a little fishy. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody personally who's got it?
Personally, no.
No.
It's always like a friend's son or a friend's mom, something like that. Like, and anyone that I have heard of having it has been old and passed. But other than that, and that's only 2 people, I think.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I didn't know them personally. I didn't even know the people. It was my parents who knew the people. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of it's fishy,
I got weird thoughts about the whole situation, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like when the conspiracy theories happen, it's like sometimes you listen to them and you're like, okay, that's just people being stupid. But the conspiracy theories I'm hearing about this, it makes way more sense than the actual facts that they're giving you. So when that like when the news is giving you the facts and the people you're supposed to trust are telling you the facts, and they don't make as much sense as what the conspiracy people are saying, then
makes you wonder.
Makes you wonder. Yeah, it's hard to believe. It's like a lot of like, not to get it way off topic, but like religion. Like there's so many different religions that they have different beliefs, and it's like there's so many different ones you can't pick.
You want to decide like what should I go with? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who do you got in mind that you would want to fight in Canada? Because you're scheduled to fight Mark Smithers.
Yeah. I kind of asked for that fight. I've said it to Tyler. I mentioned it to Bob, and Bob is the one who kind of set it up with Tyler. I wanted that fight because I don't want to be out here fighting just like Mexicans, like, just to build my record. I want to fight tough guys. Like, I see Mark Smithers, he's 4-0 for Canada. I'm Canadian. I want to fight somebody like that. I want to take that record, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to give him his first loss. After Mark, I kind of got my eyes set on Morgan Hughes.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen Morgan fight for a little while. He's undefeated. But like I said again, like, I don't think Morgan Hughes has fought anybody good.
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't had a tough fight.
No, I don't think so.
He's got he's fought soup cans from Mexico and stuff like that. So I think he's just 4-0. It looks good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to fight somebody like that. I think I have a good chance. I think I'll beat them. So
yeah,
just something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You had your 2 fights with Cody, 1 draw, 1 loss.
Yeah.
Would you want to ever?
I'd love to fight Cody again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after Mark Smithers, after I win that one, maybe Morgan Hughes if he's still around. I haven't seen him fight for a little bit. I don't know what he's been up to. So if that fight don't go through, I'd love to fight Cody again for a 3rd fight.
Yeah. Just kind of end it.
End it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That would kind of drive me nuts. Like, even when I was amateur, there's so many guys.
You got rivals. You fight so many people all the same time.
So many times. And, there's Micah Feeney. Me and him fought, I think, 6 times. It's either 3-3 or 4. No, it's 3-3. Kane Huron I lost to. I would love to fight him as a pro because I don't think I lost to him as an amateur. So, I mean, those little beefs
You got that little bit from amateur.
They go into the pro games. The one guy who, I fought him in the amateurs, but I don't care if I ever fight him as a pro because he's my good friend, is Josh Wagner. He's 5-0.
Good guy, Josh.
If it ever came down to it, obviously, I'm not scared, and I don't think he is either. So we could
be a good scrap.
It'd be a good scrap, and it'd be a really good, entertaining fight. But if it never happened, it would make me it would never bother me. Whereas if me and Kane never happened,
yeah,
I would want.
You want that from the amateur, yeah.
Josh doesn't bother me if it don't happen.
Because you're buddies with Josh, right?
I'm friends with him.
Tournaments and stuff like that.
He could use me for sparring. We could use each other, like that kind of stuff.
But outside of boxing, too, you guys are buddies, too.
Yeah, he's out in Edmonton now. So, I mean, the sparring probably wouldn't happen. But if he's ever here, and he asked for it, I'd be down for it. Whereas some people, it's not that I wouldn't spar Kane. I would rather fight him. Same with Cody. More so Cody, to be honest. Cody Crowley, he beat my teammate. He was a better man that night, and Kevin just didn't perform to his peak ability, and that happens in boxing. But I would love to fight Cody. I probably would fight him in his hometown. I don't care, So I see what you're saying with that. Like, I want the tougher fights too. Like, I seen Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. They just had one draw, 1 win for Tyson Fury. I can see that trilogy happening.
I see that Joshua and Fury they've discussed the fight, but the trilogy with Deontay Wilder and Fury has to happen first.
Yeah.
I saw a little thing on Instagram that actually cracked me up. Tyson Fury was joking around asking Deontay Wilder, I'll pay you to step aside for the 3rd fight so I can fight Joshua. And Deontay Wilder, he agreed to the step aside money. And Fury said, "You dowser, you bum." He started ripping on him and said, "I'm still gonna fight you. You just agreed to take and walk away money, and like I've beat you already mentally." Yeah. So I think that's huge, and I think Tyson Fury is great at that stuff.
Yeah, I think
I think that's awesome because like Deontay Wilder agreeing to take that step away money shows that he's scared and shows that Fury's already got him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's hilarious.
The thing in my head is, you think about it like this: Tyson Fury donated his purse. So
to the homeless.
that
yeah.
money don't mean nothing to him.
No.
He's doing that for one reason.
He gets in people's head. He's a genius.
He's
at that
fighting.
stuff.
He's fighting boxing. I mean, obviously the money's good, and he will eventually take good money, and he probably gets good endorsements and stuff from boxing, but he's doing it for that title. Deontay Wilder taking step-aside money, that just shows.
Yeah.
You know, Tyson Fury's doing it for mental health.
Yeah.
The guy knows how the head games work, and that's a head game for him.
Like when I heard about that, it cracked me up because Fury's hilarious, always joking around, always making jokes, stuff like that. And Deontay Wilder's kind of like the opposite, you know what I mean? He's mean. He's kind of like, I'm a slugger, like I'm a one-hit knockout, you know what I mean? He's kind of got that attitude. And then somebody like Fury to like mess around with him like that and make him agree to take walk-away money. It's kind of like, you're not a champion if you're going to take walk-away money, you know what I mean? You don't really want that belt. You're not a champion. You're going to like step aside so somebody else can fight for the belt.
Yeah.
It's a mental game. He beat him at it. So
yeah. And I mean, even if Tyson Fury was like, if this guy accepts it, like if he doesn't accept it, you know, I'll fight him.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
he's going to fight him regardless.
He's like, I'm going to fight him. So
yeah.
That to me is like, you know, this guy. I knew coming into the second fight with those two that he was going to be mentally strong, Tyson Fury, because he's very like. It's not that it's a carefree, but he doesn't let the little things in boxing that can mess you up bother him. You know, Anthony Joshua came back from his fight with Andy Ruiz, yeah. When he came back from there, you know, he fought him not scared, but
smart.
Did the bare minimum to win.
Yeah.
You know,
boxed him. He outboxed the shit out of him.
Tyson Fury came back and knocked out Deontay Wilder, which nobody has even beat Deontay Wilder.
No.
So, you know, to me, that just shows that, you know, Tyson Fury is a step above Anthony Joshua mentally.
And that's what a lot of people, like a lot of fans, a lot of people too, even some people that fight, they don't realize how strong mentality is for fighting. Yeah. You know, you could train 3 times a day, you could train weights, whatever you want, you could try and be in the best shape you could be. If your mind's not there and your mind's not right for the fight, you're going to lose. If you think you're going to lose a fight, you're going to lose a fight. Yeah, mentality's huge for that, and 100%. That's what Tyson Fury is great at.
Yeah.
Positive mentality, always, you know, he's a champ, he's the best. He puts in his own head, he puts in other people's head too, just like he did to Wilder. So
yeah, it's huge, and that's what I think having a good amateur background does for you. Is, you know, you have those fights that you take because you don't have, like, you're just training. You have those fights that you take last minute. You know, nothing's 100% ready. Nothing's, you know, you're not preparing like you are for a pro fight.
Amateur, you get called a week before.
You get called a week before you take those fights, or you get called the day of sometimes you take those fights. And you know, how you perform, you know, reflects. For example, there's been days where I've ran a full track meet, 2,000 meters, 3,000 meters, and steeplechase, and they called me to fight somebody, and I know the guy I was fighting, and I'm like, this guy's good. But the fight card was falling apart, and, you know, fuck it.
Yep.
I took the fight. I didn't win. I lost split decision. I ended up hurting the guy, but I was drained. Like, I had no legs. But now I know if things aren't going my way, you know, in my pro fight, I've been in worse situations.
Yep.
I fought with ammonia. I fought, you know, I've put myself in the amateurs where I'm not ready. You know, even my worst fight as a pro was 2 years ago. The guy was very good. He was a Mexican that I took. The fight was on the Thursday. I took the fight on a Tuesday.
Was that at the Shaw Festival?
At the Shaw Festival.
I was there for that fight.
You know, the kid just, you know, that happened. Then the weight class changed because he was smaller. Yeah. So everything happened last minute, and I really had to test myself.
It all adds up.
It all added up. I got in the ring, and First round I win. I'm beating with the jab. Second round I'm winning. Third round he catches me at the very end of the round with a thumb right in the eye. Next round he comes out and my eye's shut. And you see his aggression kind of pick up, noticing that because he's a mentally tough fighter. That he came to win. You see his aggression pick up.
I remember that fight. He didn't have much skill, but he was mentally strong, and he was a strong guy. He was going for that bomb. He was coming in for that bomb.
Knockout. He hit me with a headbutt, and it rattled me. And then I got up, and my legs were still gone, but I moved around that round. And it didn't even get hit with a hard shot, but my legs were so gone, I just fell again. That's when I was like, okay. That was that was all he's got, like, this round, The next,
back
that was
boxing.
In the 5th round, back to boxing. 5, 6, 7, 8. I thought I won. So the fight ended up being a draw. But after that fight, I know, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, that was me down. That was me.
Your lowest.
I could have easily just stayed down. I could have easily just said, that was cheap shot, or that, I'm too hurt.
You could have let it break you mentally. You could have let it break you mentally.
But that's the fighters. That's what fighting is. It's, when you're hurt, you get up, you finish that fight, and winner. If you lose, but you get up and you show, like, I gave it everything you got. You can't be mad at yourself. If I would have stayed down, I would have been mad at myself.
100% agree.
I know I could have got up, and that's all that was going on in my head. I was down. Okay, get up. And that's it. Mental game in boxing is, like,
it's huge.
It's, I would say, at least 80%.
I agree.
Training is a big part of it. Training yourself to be mentally strong.
That's a lot of the times too. You're running. You're doing a lot of thinking.
Yeah,
you're running to train.
Fuck no.
You're running to train, but you're also thinking. You're thinking about the fight. You're thinking about the night. You're thinking about what you're gonna do. It's a huge mental game.
Yeah, and that's it. You don't run in the ring, but why? So why do you run and train? Because running is, like, I would say, everyone runs, or everyone knows how shit running is, how it feels on you, how that hurts, But that's the runner's block, They say when a runner hits that wall, that's how you know either he's a good runner or he's too weak. Running and boxing have the same mentality. You get too tired, you blast through that wall. Boom, you keep going. I feel like quitting. I just need to walk. You don't walk. You keep going. That's boxing, bro. That's the exact same as boxing, and that's why the two are so perfect for each other. Running, running ain't gonna make your cardio. Running cardio is not the same as boxing cardio. Sparring, you get that from sparring.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. Boxing is so good for kids. Like,
keep them out of trouble. Keep you out of trouble.
Just give them that discipline. Like, make them, make them work hard. We could have been in parties in grade 12. We could have been, doing all the stuff other kids did, but no, we had to make weight. We had to train. My dad
sacrifices pay off.
Our dads never said don't do that. You know what I mean? Our dads never said, I don't want you to drink, don't do drugs. Obviously they don't want us to, but they let us. They let you make your own decisions. Parents should let you make your own decisions. And if you have a sport or you have something that could help guide you, whether you want to be a doctor or whatever, sports teaches you to stay focused.
The discipline, it teaches you everything. It keeps you out of trouble.
Later on in life, when you can't do the sports no more, you move on.
You make tons of sacrifices boxing also. Like, you miss out on Christmas dinners, birthday parties, cake, shit like that. You miss out on it.
Yeah.
but that's what makes winning feel so much better.
Yeah.
You know, and you think you look back and be like, you know, I could have had birthday cake and had Christmas dinner like 3 weeks ago, but
Yeah.
I won this gold medal. Look how like proud everybody is of me. It's a way better feeling. You know,
Yeah.
you feel so good, like a big accomplishment. You know, it makes it all worth it.
Yeah, and that's why I think this pandemic is hurting me the most. It's like it's happening to everybody, but for a lot of people I know, like just having that, like stay focused. Like
Look forward to something.
my whole life, I grew up with a purpose to train, but now it's like, when am I fighting? So that's why I just want to. I'm going to take the break I need now, and then when this fight
Go
comes,
hard.
when I get word of anything happening, I'm staying in decent shape. When I get that word, I'm going harder than ever. You know.
I know this is why it's a letdown a bit. You had a fight coming up. I had a fight coming up
Yeah.
May 9th. They both got canceled, our cards. So hopefully within a few months, 2-3 months, something like that, we get some kind of word on when things are going to start back up. Maybe. I don't know if they're going to do the no audience like they are in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to try and start stuff up when the audience comes back, but hopefully it all returns soon. But
Yeah, I mean this is the beauty of sport, that people, like, unless they're competing, they don't really understand. You know, it's reflects on your whole life, like everything you do. You know, you can't be out of shape doing a laborer's job.
no.
You know, so you're the sport you pick, you know, that makes you the type of person you'll grow into being. You know?
100%.
And that's why I'm also like our kids at our gym. It's kind of like the kids that aren't in school, that, you know, a lot of those kids, that is their only way of physical activity is school.
Either school or coming to the gym too,
Or
after
come to
school,
the
stuff
gym,
like
you know,
that.
makes
Now
me-
everything is gone from them, so
Yeah,
there's a
and
big impact on the kids.
Yeah, it's just everybody's got to stay strong, you know. Everybody's got to stay focused, and things will pick up, man. I'm confident in that, and I can't wait for, like, now I'm happy that, you know, obviously the biggest company in boxing, Top Rank, or one of the biggest, they made the first step. You know, there was those little fights in Nicaragua, not like 2 months ago or so, but, you know, this is the top-notch athletes making the first step. You know, now once things start rolling, you know,
I think it's going to start up. I'm pumped too, so hopefully it all starts up soon.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in.
To the Left Hook Podcast.
Stay tuned for next week to catch Kevin Miller on the Left Hook Podcast.
It's our first guest.